Hello, my name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD89 and VA Claims Consulting, Leave No Vet Behind, and also I'm a United States Army veteran. Today I'm bringing you another educational video as it pertains to the VA disability compensation claims process. And today I'm going to be discussing what VA claims are considered to be hardship claims and given priority processing. Okay, but before I get into today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and also don't forget you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. And also on the third Thursday of every month, we have our Veteran Roundtable at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This month, I'm working on getting a speaker to come in and talk about the protection rule. There's a lot of myths out there on YouTube. If you're granted 100% PNT and you do another claim, the VA is going to look at everything, or when they can reduce your benefits or send you in for a routine future. When is that percentage for whatever service-connected condition is protected? So I want to bring someone in to talk about that. And again, when you sign up, you have to show your video. The link is not on the website. I'm going to upload the link next week, probably around November 11th. So make sure you go to our website in the description section below and sign up, because seating is going to be limited. Okay, so today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about hardship claims, priority processing, hardship claims. What does the VA define priority process? What rises to the level when claims can be given priority processing, and what claims are considered hardship? And if they're hardship, they will fall under priority processing. Okay, so I have 2 slides for you today. I'm going to go through this information, then I'm going to give a conclusion at the end. Okay, so slide number 1. Here's slide number 1. You can see this reference is types of claims that require priority processing, meaning if it falls under this, you're going to get priority processing. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the majority of them. Then I highlighted some of them in red. Okay, so the reference states, and again, this is the M21 reference, is not a regulation. Sometimes the VA changes these. So if you're looking at this video, maybe 3-4 months from now, then you can look at the number of the M21 and the name of this particular M21-1 reference, and you go to the VA's website and you can go and do an additional research. And again, sometimes I don't list the entire M21 reference, but also keep in mind the things I have highlighted in red, those are the things I'm going to be talking about. And throughout M21 references, if you see anything on here in blue, they could give an additional court case, 38 CFR, another M21 reference that talks about this maybe a little bit differently, or maybe the same details. Okay, so types of claims that require priority processing. Listed below are the types of claims that require priority processing. Okay, that require claims from any claimant who is a participant in the fully developed claim program. Now, I did a video previously on FDC claims. Okay, in pages 1 through 7 of the VA Form 526CZ, it tells the difference between a fully developed claim and standard claim. A lot of fully developed claims, veterans are checking it on the box, and it's still taking a year, 6 months, okay? But some other things that I highlighted in red here may get it done a little bit faster, okay? So claims from any claimant who is homeless. So if you're a homeless vet, you definitely want to let them know that, okay? Terminally ill, meaning that you possibly have cancer and the doctor has deemed it terminal. Now, keep in mind, if you're filing for priority processing, there might need to be some evidence, okay? So let's just say if you're terminally ill, you want to have something from your doctor stating that, hey, the veteran has this condition, they're terminally ill, X, Y, and Z. Something that you might want to submit as evidence with your claim. A survivor of a former prisoner of war, FPOW, former prisoner of war, okay? Disability compensation claims from any claimant who is experiencing extreme financial hardship. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in the next slide, okay? Or more than 85 years old. Now, there are some other items on here as well. At the bottom, you see receive the Medal of Honor as well, okay? And then at the very bottom, it says, advancing in case of the BVA docket, see this particular M21 and 38 CFR. So if you have a claim that's on the BVA docket, then you can advance that case, meaning you could possibly get priority processing, okay? So let's just break that down. You have a list of items in that M21 that the VA is required priority processing. Now, that's just not to say you write something on a piece of paper and you send it in, they're going to say, yep, we're going to priority process this claim. You're going to have to send some evidence in along with that to verify, one, why you require priority processing, okay? So, obviously, if you're over 85 years or older, you can say, hey, look on my DD-214, it shows my birth date, got a birth certificate, and that should already be in your file. So in that case, you may not need to, but you want to point it out that I'm 85 years or older, per M21 such and such, I fall under priority processing, okay? If you're a former POW, there should be some evidence of that somewhere, maybe in your 201 file, personnel records that you could send in. And it should be in there, but again, you want to point that out when you file that claim on that 526EZ, or if it's a supplemental claim or whatever have you. You want to make sure you let them know that. You identify it in that claim. Now, at the bottom of that M21, it talked about advancing the claims on the BVA docket, okay? So obviously, there's some additional information out there. If you have a claim before the BVA, how do you get that pushed up into priority processing, okay? So, told you I had 2 slides. Let's get into the next one. Slide number 2. And here is slide number 2. These are, this M21 talks about how a claimant establishes his or her is experiencing extreme hardship, okay? So again, keep in mind that a lot of times I don't copy the entire M21, but this is basically stating how does a veteran establish they're experiencing financial hardship. If a claimant states that he or she is experiencing extreme financial hardship and submits documentation to support the assertion, accept the claimant's statement as factual. Okay, I'll read that again. If a claimant states he or she is experiencing extreme financial hardship and submits, and submits documentation to support the assertion. So they're telling you, you have to state that you're experiencing financial hardship, and you have to submit documentation to support the assertion, okay? Now, documentation to support the assertion of documentation to support the assertion of extreme financial hardship includes, but is not limited to. So they're just giving you 3 examples, okay? An eviction notice or statement of foreclosure, notices of past due utility bills and or collection notices from creditors, all right? So let's just go through that again. And at the bottom it says, remember, pin the hardship corporate flash to a claimant's record when extreme financial hardship has been adequately demonstrated. So what that means is that's just an internal note to let all VA employees that's going to touch the veteran's claim that hardship has been established, that it is a hardship claim and they should be pushing these through. Not pushing them through just to deny them, but get them in front of people that's going to make the decision on these particular claims. So again, documentation to support the assertion of extreme financial hardship includes, but is not limited to, an eviction notice or statement of foreclosure, notices of past due utility bills, and or collection notices from creditors. So in both these slides, there's going to be some evidence from the veteran. Now, not in all cases. Obviously, in the first slide, I talked about the veteran is a former prisoner of war. That should be somewhere in their records. But don't just don't rely on the VA to say, oh, that's in my records. If you have something and you state that you're a former prisoner of war, POW, then definitely send that in, because you just don't want to rely on or think that the VA has it. It should be somewhere in there in your file, or your 201 file, personnel, military personnel records or something. But if you have some evidence, I would send it in just to be on the safe side. Obviously, if you're 85 years or older, they can look at your birth date. But again, that wording has to be in your claim. Now, hardship cases, got to have the evidence. You know, past due utility bill, foreclosure notice, eviction notice or something. They gave 3 examples, but they did say, but not limited to. So it could be outside of that. So just think about, you know, what creates a hardship and how you as the vet can prove it, okay? So again, you're gonna have, as it pertains to these hardship cases, you're gonna have to submit some evidence. You're gonna have to notify them and let them know that, and you're gonna need documentation to back it up, okay? So that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Do not forget to go out and do your own research on the M21 references, as they do change from time to time, okay? And again, I don't always copy the entire M21 manual reference, all right? So don't forget to go to our website at kmd89.com, kmd89.com, and be on the lookout for our upcoming Veteran Roundtable. Thank you.